What's up guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. The guys over at Solar Performance sent us another part to install. What we got in the box here is a throttle controller. It's actually the perfect part to complement that ported throttle body that we put on the other day. Got a little flip, oh, fancy. Very fancy looking, I like it. Not too big. See what else we got in the box. Got some instructions, got a wiring harness, zip ties. All right, so my basic understanding of the throttle controller is basically when you get into a car and you put it into eco mode or sport mode or track mode, you'll notice that the engine responds a little quicker, throttle input's a little quicker or slower depending on which end of the spectrum you're going. On the C8, you don't really notice it that much when you between sport and track and touring with the throttle response. But what I've noticed with other cars, say like the Lexus 200H or like the Prius, when you put that thing in eco mode and you hit that gas pedal, you smash it all the way down, it just barely goes. Kind of like that. It messes with the sensitivity of the gas pedal. So Solar Performance's website explains everything really well. Remember, their website is solarengineering.com. Basically, if you scroll down on the throttle controller, it's got a really nice chart here to show you exactly how this works. So when you put your foot on the pedal, it sends a signal to your computer that basically looks at a chart similar to this and says, okay, it's giving 50% pedal, we're gonna give the motor, 40% throttle. So then the ECU sends that over to the throttle body, it opens up that butterfly, 40%, 50%, whatever it's telling it to. What this is basically kind of showing is on OEM, you'll hit the pedal 50% down, but maybe the computer will only think that you want 25%. With the throttle controller, the way it works is it sends it from the pedal to the throttle controller sends it to the ECM, and then the ECM sends it to the throttle body. So what you can do is you can sit there and fine tune exactly how you want the pedal to move the butterfly on the throttle body. So there's basically 5 different modes. There's economy mode, OE mode, which is basically stock, comfort mode, sport mode, and ludicrous mode. Each one of those modes has 9 settings within itself, so you can really kind of fine tune exactly how you want this thing to react. OE mode only has 1 setting, the other have 9. This chart right here explains how the butterfly reacts to the pedal sensor. So basically, like in economy mode, you could be giving it 100% pedal, but butterfly only opens between 80 to 100 depending on which setting you have. And then on the other end, ludicrous mode, giving it anywhere between 40 to 50% throttle will basically result in 100% throttle opening on the butterfly. So basically, if you're gonna be doing throttle body mods, you wanna do both of them. You want to do the throttle body and the throttle body controller. The throttle body is going to give you that extra power, the extra airflow. The throttle body controller is going to let you fine tune that gas pedal to react exactly how you want it to. All right, so according to the instructions, we got to be a little bit careful. So the throttle actuator control system remains energized for a few minutes after ignition is off. It'll also get energized for a few minutes upon opening doors or trunks. If the pedal connector is disconnected while the tack system is energized, your ECM might register a trouble code or enter limp mode on your next start. We don't want that. So first things first is get your ignition off, open the driver's door and any of the doors if needed, including the trunk. Place and keep the key fob outside the car until step 7. Adjust the driver's seat all the way back, steering wheel all the way up. Wait 10 minutes for the tack system to de-energize. Timeout before proceeding. All right, I'm surprised we don't have to disconnect the battery, but I got our trunk open, I've got our driver's side door open, I've got the seat pushed all the way back and the steering wheel up. We'll give it 10 minutes and come back. I also want to mention that the guys over at Solar Performance have also extended that 5% discount to the throttle body controller as well. So RWD C8 should get you 5% off the entire setup for a $24 savings. All right, so let's look at the box, see what we got here. Looks like we got a wiring harness that's basically going to act as a piggyback. It's going to go between some connector on the throttle pedal. This is going to go up to the controller. This is our controller here, and there's some zip ties there probably for the wires. Doesn't seem like that hard of an install. First thing I'm going to do is figure out where I want this thing installed on the interior. All right, where would be a good spot to stick this thing? Maybe somewhere right there. I mean, we're going to have to run a line from the pedal up through the dash, so we're going to want to try to conceal it. Maybe right here? Kind of hard to see the display from there. And then pointing down, it's hard to see. Over on this side could be a spot. I just don't like things like this showing on the interior. Throw it here on the side wall there. I don't know. All right, I don't know why lately, but we've had a fly problem. I got this cool thing, so we're gonna smack some flies here. Gotcha. All right, to be honest, guys, I don't see any place in this interior that I really want this controller going. I really like my interior clean, but we do have to run this piggyback system from the throttle to this display. So the best way I see this happening is running that cable underneath the steering column through here, up through here, and then kind of just putting the display on this shelf and plugged in right there. This way it's pretty much out of the way. I can see it as much as I need to, and it makes for a pretty easy install. So what I've done here is ran some wire through the steering column underneath it, and then I tied it to the end there, so I'm gonna just pull this through like so. Now we got our wire, and we'll run that up through there, and then we'll get this thing wired into the pedal. So the back of the display has a double-sided tape, so you just want to take that off, pull that off. I already cleaned the surface right here, so we're just gonna route this wire up, find a good spot, and commit. I'm gonna put it more to the left side so I can see more of the display. That looks good. Then we'll run that cord through the back there so you can't even see it. Just where it's plugged in, you can see right there. Here's a little close up. That's where I've got it. That's where it's staying. Kind of concealed, kind of out of the way. It's not gonna ruin any of the interior pieces. All right, guys, sorry that it's a little dark down here, but down here by the throttle pedal, you'll see a rubber grommet right there. You need to pop that off. So use a straight edge screwdriver here, pop that off. It's gonna reveal a 10mm bolt. We're gonna go ahead and take that bad boy out. All right, once we got the bolt out, I believe the instructions say just to slide the pedal down and up. And then you can turn it sideways like that to reveal the connector there at the top. There isn't a lot of play with the pedal. It's pretty much going to stay there because that wiring harness is not, it's only about 1 inch of slack there. Also down here, this is how the pedal kind of connects. It has these little hooks at the bottom. It connects right to the floorboard there and then bolts down with that 1 10mm bolt. So that connector right there is where we need to put this in between. So let's go ahead and detach this. You got a safety clip, push it up. Should be able to pull this. All right, that came off really easy. Now we'll just go ahead and connect the new module in between there. Pretty self-explanatory. Can't really mess this up. That's really easy, not much to it. All right, so now we'll go ahead and get this organized. All right, guys, so unfortunately it's a little tight under here. I couldn't really film while I was doing the install, but I'll show you the final product. So we've got the controller sitting right there. We got a wire connected to that. It's going down underneath the column here. We've got it coming out right behind the brake pedal, and then there was a little eye hole up there that I was able to connect all the zip ties to. The module goes in between the connector on the brake pedal. I've got it suspended right there, holding up pretty tight so that box won't fall in between the pedal and the stopper there. All in all, it's a really clean look. Nothing's gonna be in the way. All right, guys, let's refer back to the instructions one more time. So we're gonna bring the key fob inside the car now. We're gonna press the start engine, but we're not gonna start the motor. We're just gonna get the accessory mode on. In some cases, it's possible that the CEL will illuminate. If it does, we're gonna have to go ahead and disconnect the battery for about 15 minutes so we can reset that TAC system. Here's our keys. All right, so we got it back in the car. We're not gonna press the brake. We're just gonna press the start button. Here we go. I got nothing. Try it one more time. Here we go. There we go. Amber light is on. This thing says SP6, which I guess is Sport 6. We've got no check engine light. All right, so let's see what it says here. Number 8 on the controller, press and hold the mode button for a few seconds until a 3-digit number appears on the screen. So mode button, hold it for a few seconds. All right, 800. Once the number appears, release the mode and use the plus and minus to adjust the number to 800. While 800 is on the screen, press the accelerator pedal until it bottoms out, then release the pedal. Press and hold the mode button until 800 disappears. All right, so we are at 800. I'm gonna go ahead and smash the gas pedal all the way down. We're gonna let it all the way back up. And then we're gonna go and hold the mode button again. Holding the mode button until sport mode pops up. All right, so I guess that's it. Well, that was too easy. Let's see what happens. I guess we start it now. All right, well, we don't have any check engine lights, so we should be good to go. I'm gonna get the beamer out the way and then we're gonna go for a test drive. All right, guys, so let's go for a test drive. How I have it set up right now, I have it in OE mode, just so I can drive a little bit on original mode, get the feel of it, and then so I can really kind of feel the difference when we go into like economy mode and ludicrous mode. They also say that Sport 5 is like the most linear, so I would assume that that's probably where I'm gonna like it the most. I want it to be like, if I put 50% throttle, I want 50% output. If I put 100%, I want 100. So that's probably where I'll stay, but we'll see once I feel it out. So I've got a pretty good feel about how it is originally. I'm gonna drop her down into eco mode. So we're gonna go with eco 1 here. We're gonna see how this feels. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see how it's very, you have to give it a lot more throttle input in order to get to full throttle. It's definitely weird. So I can definitely see if you wanted to save some gas, you can put it in eco mode, and yeah, you could probably save quite a bit of gas. That actually might be good for everyday driving. It's not like super numb like the Prius or anything like that. I mean, you're still getting plenty of throttle. I mean, honestly, it's not bad at all. You still get a lot of throttle. Like if you're gas conscious, then yeah, this will be the mode for you. All right, so now we're gonna pop her over into ludicrous mode just to see how crazy we can get. So we're gonna go ludicrous 9 just so we can see the exact opposite. Oh God, okay. Yeah, so ludicrous mode is like full throttle instantly. Oh God. Okay. literally only giving it maybe a quarter throttle or a third throttle, and it's like full throttle. It's totally weird. I don't know, like in maybe drag racing would be the only application you would want like this sensitive. Holy cow. It's like you're barely pressing the gas and it's like full throttle. It makes you feel like the car is really fast, but I assume full throttle is full throttle, so it's not any different. Yeah, I mean full throttle is still just full throttle, but you just get it a lot quicker. Yeah, you would never want to drive around town like that at all, ever. All right, so now we're gonna come over here and put it into sport. I want to put it into what they say is the most linear, Sport 5. All right, let's give this a drive and see how it is. That's nice. That's nice. That's like 50% is 50%. Quarter is a quarter. Let's see. It still comes on really quick on sport mode. Holy cow, it makes you wonder like how numb you were getting before. Like you were putting 50% throttle and you're only getting like 25. Like this really, you feel a difference for sure. Yeah, 100%. It's a manipulation though. I mean, if you go full throttle, you're gonna get full throttle. This just gives you a little bit more, this gives you a lot more control of the throttle. So it's not a guessing game anymore. It's, hey, do I want 50%? All right, I'm gonna get 50%. I like it. I like it a lot. Especially like for racing and stuff like that, you wanna know exactly what you're gonna be putting out. You don't want it to be a guessing game. You want to know, hey, I'm putting in 50, I'm gonna get 50. It's a, God dang. It's a, jeez. It reacts really well with the ported throttle body too. It feels fast. I feel like, especially in the cornering, I think you could really cut down some track time in the corners in this thing because of that throttle body and because of the controller. Because you're gonna be able to just get into it a lot quicker. It's like the acceleration feels quicker. It's really good. If you guys are looking for some mods, I would definitely say air filter, throttle body, and throttle controller are a must. Transforms the car completely. Okay, on Sport 5, it's pretty freaking intense. Like, there is no slow accelerating anymore. It's like, hey, let's go. It's pretty intense. I mean, I think even the second up, which was touring mode or something like that, is supposed to be better than OEM. Sport mode's even like crazier. I mean, this thing now, it just feels like ridiculously fast. The corners are the best. Like, it's so good. God, this thing feels insane. I'm gonna try to get some, actually I have a friend tomorrow, we are going to do a shoot. I'm gonna have him give his reaction because he still has a stock C8, and we're gonna let him drive this and get his reaction, let him show you guys the difference because it's night and day. It's a totally different car now. You have so much control, it's so good. All right guys, that made a huge difference. Not so much power-wise, like it didn't give you any extra power, but it made that power come on so much quicker. Honestly, sport is really intense. Comfort mode is above OEM, so I gotta test out comfort mode, see how that is. Sport is really fun though. A ton of fun. I could definitely see you using a ton of gas though. If you guys are looking for economy, this is gonna help you out too because it's gonna really help you control that throttle pedal a lot better. Honestly guys, this is a great application for everybody. People who are trying to save gas, people who are trying to go fast. I mean, it's great for everyone. And remember guys, Solar Performance is hooking you guys up with 5% off the actual controller as well. Just gotta use that same code RWDC8. Well guys, if y'all like that video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys haven't subscribed, go and do that as well. And as always, thanks for watching guys. Thanks for hanging out and we'll see you guys next video. Later.